I'm Charlie Kennedy with VDL Daily Live. We are here this morning at Lion's Head at the Arabelle ice rink, and I'm going to be showing you some tricks and hopefully teaching you how to skate a little. We'll see. Then we'll be catching with Ty in the studio, talking about knowing the code on the mountain and all the safety tricks under the belt there. See you soon. VDL Daily Live starts now.
Hi, I'm Trisha Swenson.
I'm Brazzo.
I'm Ashley.
I'm Ken Hovey.
I'm Meredith Kirkman.
I'm Ty Diaz.
I'm Charlie Kennedy.
We are VDL.
We are VDL.
We are VDL.
VDL Daily Live.
We are VDL.
VDL. We are VDL.
Good morning, everyone, and happy Saturday morning to you. My name is Ty Diaz. You're watching VDL Daily Live, VDL. We are VDL, and we thank you for joining us today. It is the 20th of November, and that's kind of a big deal for one of many reasons. Well, today we're finding snow. Right now, this morning, early start around the valley in areas. Wet driving condition exists out there, but we're also in the countdown for the upcoming raised price of the Epic Pass. It's a big conversation right now. And did you get yours for the season yet? And do you have new members in your group for the season? Right now is a good time to take action, log online, and take advantage of the savings that are going on right now before it ends. You can log on to snow.com or the epicpass.com and see the countdown, the minutes, the hours remaining until that price becomes raised, but also the big decision that you have to make, and that would be the kind of pass that you feel you or someone in your group might need for the season. There's the ever popular unlimited, unrestricted pass, and I say pull the trigger on that one. But then if you know that you probably want to hit as many days in a particular single resort, then maybe choose some of the other options there and the kids pass too. But also, just be prepared for the experience. And if you're excited to hear this, yes, there's snow happening right now in the valley. We've had some seriously warm temperatures these past few weeks leading into the opening of all three resorts that are available to you right now. But this morning, a significant change just for the fact that Mother Nature is gracing us with some snow right now. But as you've seen from the show open, Charlie, she's over in Lion's Head. And early this morning, we were just kind of spying in the background as they were getting their equipment set up. That's Blake and Charlie out there. And if you're new to learning about Charlie, she knows how to ice skate quite well. Yeah, we're going to learn a little bit more about her. But she was kind of like a human Zamboni. I guess we can word it that way. Charlie on the ice rink in Lion's Head. Good morning, Charlie. How are you?
Good morning, Ty. I'm fabulous on this beautiful snowy morning. It's kind of warm though. I've already delayered. It's about 34 degrees here in Vail, so you don't need to bundle up too warm this morning. But we're here at the Arabelle ice rink. It's just beautiful. It's Christmassy, which of course is my favorite. And yes, I've been shoveling the ice this morning because, as you can see around me, we only did half of it because I got too hot, but we shoveled the snow off. There's quite a few inches of snowpack on the ice. Well, if there's snow on ice, you can't really see.
Yeah, so as you can see, the snow is falling around Charlie right there in Lion's Head where she is. You're also noticing the sky conditions, the conditions of the mountain this morning. Not looking so much like October or September or the end of fall where we were seeing more of the grass level and the earthier level, but we definitely are seeing some coverage out there, and we're seeing that up and down the valley. We're going to be sharing with you what the snow is looking like for this weekend, for today, as well as the next few days as we move into holiday. But if you're wondering about snow itself, here's what's really cool, and stick close to VDL Daily Live, because one of our favorite things to do, of course, we talk about topics and things happening around the valley. We share with you the weather as well, live times, where to go, what to do. But one of my favorite things to do is to share with you the snow totals in the past 24 hours or any snowfall at all. And taking a look at snow.com and looking at Vail's page, 1 inch of new snow in the past 12 hours as well as the last 24 hours. If you're wondering about Breckenridge and Keystone reporting no new snow in the past 24 hours, but we do have this system here with us that also makes for hazardous driving conditions, but definitely we're celebrating that the snow is coming in from Mother Nature, as well as the guns that are fired up on all mountains preparing for the season, but as well as Beaver Creek. Now, we're going to be sharing with you the headlines about that, but what's interesting to know is that at Beaver Creek, they have announced yesterday, Vail Resorts did, that they'll be delaying the open of Beaver Creek due to how warm it's been lately, or just altogether. And this snowfall and the colder temperatures in the last 24 hours has actually made it possible for snow making. And so we're kind of pushing ahead. We're going to be patient with the season open at Beaver Creek, but we have plenty of options going on right now as far as places to go. And to list a few, the available resorts that are open with the Vail Resorts umbrella would be Keystone, Breckenridge, and Vail for you. And we've heard some great things about the conditions that are found out there for people that are taking after it every day and those that are just making it to the area to enjoy the slopes. They're enjoying the quality as well. And we're going to go to the chat right now and see who's in there. Wes Sawyer. Ah, yes, my old coworker and cameraman from a different station. Good morning, Wes. Thank you for watching Vail Daily Live. He's also the host of a TV show in North Carolina known as Outer Banks. And if you go to my Facebook page and my social media page, I tend to populate what's happening in North Carolina, hosted by Wes Sawyer on the Outer Banks TV show. And so there's a little shameless plug for you, Wes. Thank you very much for the many years of friendship there. All right, so what do we have going on here?
Let's constitute a break.
All right, so what we're doing right now, we're going to come back. We're going to share with you what the weather's looking like, as well as what the snow's looking like. We're going to check in with Charlie. So much more. You're watching VDL, Vail Daily Live. We'll be right back. Hashtag Vail Live for your chance to be featured on Vail Daily Live.
Is brought to you by Betteridge, fine jewelry and watches with exceptional service since 1897, located in Solaris.
You are watching VDL, Vail Daily Live. My name is Ty Diaz. Thank you for tuning in, and definitely an opportunity like Wes Sawyer to chat with us this morning. And if you know something that we don't know just yet, and if it's valuable and we could use it, feel free to chat with us on Facebook as well as on YouTube Live, if that's where you're watching this morning. And yeah, we're looking forward to interacting with you, and we're looking forward to something new with Vail Daily Live. We're going into our first winter season as a show, and that is the availability to watch the show on Outside TV 17. So we're really excited about that. You hear that back there? And whenever something exciting goes on, something big, that's what the cowbell is for. And we'll be sharing with you for a while now the meaning of the cowbell if you're new to that noise right here. But here's what we're going to go to right now. And first, we're going to say thank you to Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea. I am definitely using that this morning for good reasons. Well, because the caffeine is good for me. We're doing weather right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do weather. Thank you, Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea. Here's a look at the weather. And so we just signed a new partnership with Open Snow, and so taking a look at the weather. Here's the glance right now. Let's go back to those cameras. And as you can see, and this is what you want to see outside. And so the roads are wet. You can see the commute this morning, those drive on the camera right there. Low traffic this morning. That is good. But we're definitely moving into the part of the season that you're looking forward to. Low-lying clouds. We're talking valley level, as you can see right there. And that's a view of the Lions Head area off to the right and rounding the corner into the Vail and the mountain where you could find Gondola 1 available for you. But we're seeing that dusting of snow, but we're definitely picking up the wetter conditions. We have the chance for snow in the forecast today. Not so significant. We're looking for off and on showers, to call it that. And as we move into the next few days, the weather could certainly become warming back up, and that's what we're finding today. But again, to share with you the high temperatures for the day, we're looking forward things to hit areas of the 30s. And Charlie's hanging out in Lions Head, and she shared with us, as far as snow is concerned, where she is. And on the ice, that she found some significant snow. Now let's make up a number. I don't expect you to know how many inches you found out there on the snow, Charlie, but what number would you use? How many inches?
I'm going to go with about 2, 3.
Okay. We'll take it.
I think about 2. I'll say 2 inches. Let's say that just to be safe. But looking at the snow that was on the ice this morning that I shoveled off, yeah, I'd say 2 inches here in Lion's Head. But who knows? More up top potentially.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, I mean, and also, Ty, I want to tell you guys about our ice show. So the Skate Club of Vale, we have an annual winter ice show. And this show is Diva Through the Decades, and it's going to be next Saturday. And so the girls will be rehearsing all day, every day, starting Sunday. And we have 2 shows. We have a matinee at 1 and then an evening show at 6:30. You can get tickets on the skateclubvale.com website. And the tickets range from children for $15, adults general admission is $20, and then we have VIP for $25. But it's going to be super fun. We have kids right from about 3-4 years old all the way up until seniors. And it's really cool because some of the seniors, it's their final show. So it's really awesome. They've got some really beautiful solos planned for you guys. So come and check it out. 2 performances next Saturday.
So Divas Through the Decades, I don't want to make this a spoiler, kind of a situation, but what divas are we talking about? And I mean, let's go into this for those who are wondering, well, for one, what's a diva? And then through the decades, who are we representing?
Great question. We've got obviously divas from all decades, starting right from the 20s. We've got a big mixture all the way up until current. I mean, we've got the likes of Diana Ross, Aretha Franklin, right up to Pink and Adele from the current era. So There's a massive mixture in there. A big throwback of tribute songs. It's a big iconic throwback and tribute to all the divas throughout the decades. So it really is a great walk through the decades.
Oh, this sounds wonderful. And mentioning names like that, now what we're doing is that we're bridging the generations that were fans of any of these divas through the decades. So that means the grandparents, the parents, the kids, and siblings. This sounds like a fun show. So I imagine it'll be a danceable event also on ice.
Yes, it's going to be fabulous. And the costumes are stunning, especially the soloists. But right from the beginner levels all the way up until our senior skaters. So there is a big variety of talent out on the ice. And it's just a real fun time to kick off the holiday period. And we welcome everybody, even if you're not too interested in skating. It's really just a stage show put to life on the ice. So I think it's relatable to everybody.
Happening November 27th at the Dobson Ice Arena. I have seen shows there before, and it's such a magical experience at the Dobson to see the ice skating events and performances that you see there. Not just hockey, not just the bumper boats. There's a lot that happens at the Dobson. But Charlie, you're in this event too. But for the viewers, new to this show, new to me and you, but you're on the ice right now. So tell us a little bit about you and ice. What's the relationship?
Never skated before. No, just kidding. So I grew up figure skating my whole life. I was about 4 years old when I started. I went to my friend's birthday party. And then before you know it, I was training every morning at 5 a.m. before school, right from about 6 years old. Bless my parents. I'm from 6 children, so some of the kids had to come to the ice rink and watch. And then when I was 17 years old, I turned professional and toured the world for 8 years with Disney on Ice. And then here I am in Vale, and now I coach and direct for the Skate Club Vale here. So it's really amazing to bring that talent to life through the kids in Vale.
Thank you very much for sharing, and we'll be asking this same question to introduce you to our ever-changing audience throughout the season. But I'm happy to learn that about you, too. So thank you very much, Charlie. Going to the chat, Charlie, really quick. Let's take a look. Ride Divide, and it says, Morning, VDL. Lion's Head looks beautiful today. Is Charlie skating that weekend? And so are you skating that weekend is the question.
I would be. I usually do a performance. However, I'm just recovering from hip surgery. So, I mean, the most I can do is spin right now. I can't jump triples. So I'm going to let my figure skaters take the light and show you what they can do and just direct from the sidelines.
All right. Well, until then, we're certainly excited to learn this about you. And as you continue to heal throughout the season, maybe we'll see something. We're not asking for much, but for the viewers, she was out there. She's on the ice right now. And with being a human Zamboni, I guess they want to see you make a turn. Oh, wow.
That's all I got for you this morning.
That's a lot. That's more than I can do. That's for sure. That's just okay. Thank you, Charlie. That's right there for me. That was fantastic. Looking back at the chat one more time as people are interacting with us. Let's take a look again. There, Emma's driving the show this morning. Hi. Jermaine, good morning. Let's see what Jermaine is saying. From Louisiana, we will be in Vail in 12 days. Praying for snow, send those prayers over. And to those who do a snow dance, do the snow dance. And in Charlie's case, she just gave us a few spins and some movement on the ice. And are there different names? I call that a spin. Are there ice skating names for what you just shared with us?
Yes, actually, I just showed you the scratch spin, which is just a standard upright spin, and then create it in that G-force to get faster and faster.
G-force.
It's super easy. Yeah,
sure it is.
Super easy. It's a lot of core strength. And then I just showed you some forward and backward crossovers. But yes, every spin has a different name. Every jump has a different name, depending on its position, takeoff or landing. So it's really interesting.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So Emma and I were just commenting while you were talking. We're just completely blown away. Thank you very much, Charlie. I'm so distracted. This is a completely different show now. Let's do the show this way. Yeah. We should discover everyone on the show, all the hosts and behind the scenes, what our talents are.
Hi, what's your talent?
Mine? Watching this show. All right, Charlie, thank you very much. We're going to check back in here with Charlie shortly. What we're going to do is regain momentum, which is, what would you care to do? I see the sun coming out outside right now. Oh, yeah. Off and on showers in the forecast, just like open snow forecasted there for us today. Yeah. So what we're going to do right now, Charlie? I'm sorry, Emma?
Let's check the traffic.
Traffic. So this morning, as we were giving you a look at the weather earlier from Open Snow, and that's where we get the detail from, we're seeing low traffic this morning, wet driving conditions, and that's in and about town. But something to be aware of whenever you head out there, and that's to log on to cotrip.org. That's the Colorado website letting you know how the road conditions are doing before any major commute. And what we're seeing in these 4 cameras, some areas of shoulder, median snow, definitely wet conditions. This is the type of stuff that kind of splashes back on your windshield, so you want to make sure you're topped off on your windshield solutions, but definitely don't do any significant or major drives if your vehicle isn't winterized and prepared for driving in snowy conditions, which are varied throughout the trek, and as you can see here along I-70. And if you can see here also, the police officers are out there this morning. You're seeing the semis that are out there. Traffic is definitely moving at speed, but not heavy, but we do have that activity. It is the weekend, and as a lot of us who live throughout the state of Colorado, in the Front Range especially, that's where we see some of that weekend traffic, increasing traffic on the highway. As they learn about the new snow, the 1 inch of snow that Vail reported in the past 24 hours, we'll take it. They'll make their way for it. Now let's take a look at what made headlines in today's Vail Daily. Here's what you'll see in the headlines, and as we're all talking, and we were all kind of gearing up and ramping up for it, getting that last-minute window to purchase our Epic Pass so that we could hit our favorite resort, Beaver Creek. Vail Resorts announced yesterday that they will have a delayed start. It says right here, resort won't open Wednesday as planned. Joined other state ski areas that have been forced to postpone openings due to challenging conditions. This story is found on A3, but we do have in the Vail Resorts umbrella plenty available for us as far as the resorts are concerned, and that would be Keystone, which opened first under the Vail Resorts umbrella of ski resorts. Breckenridge and Vail opened at the same time, and the conditions, people are enjoying them, and they will find that 1 inch of new snow over at Vail this morning, or more, as Charlie would word it, because we're looking at when the snow report comes in, which is about 5:30 in the morning from Ski Patrol, and so considering the hour now, and as snow continued, especially in the higher elevation, more can be found up there. But you will find fresh snow on groomed runs out there. Looking at other things that made headlines, I love seeing the cover of the paper here. Did you pick it up this morning? Cute little doggy. This is Ski Patrol's new Avalanche dog. You can see the puppies out there too. Alex Grime of Parker pets Henry, the Avalanche dog, with his friend Jake Peterson of Arizona on Friday on Vail Mountain. Henry is the first Avalanche dog at the resort. So cute. So yes, you can take pictures with the Abby dogs as well as pet them. But it's always good, no matter what, to ask if it's okay. I think even to respect the pet itself, if they are in the mood for that. We all have our moods, and so do pets, if they are about it today. Other topics to capture, and this one is a little bit of a feature that includes Meredith, one of the hosts of Vail Daily Live, as well as producer of Vail Daily Live. You can find it in the arts and entertainment section of the paper. Her Film Camp premieres 7 short films. The Her Film Camp is a filmmaking program designed for female and non-binary youth in Eagle County, held at private premiere at the Riverwalk Theater on Tuesday. Yes, so that explains when I was tuning into yesterday's show, and maybe you're watching too, when, oh yeah, you're going to get that for me? When Ashley had some flowers on the desk, some roses, and she mentioned something that Meredith was doing, and we were in a late night text with Emma and Tricia. I'm like, what is it that Meredith was doing? And that is the Her Film Camp premiere that happened on Tuesday, and that's what these roses are from. We're going to sit that right here for now. I know that I tend to become clumsy. I don't want to ruin the appeal of those. Well, congratulations, Meredith, on that. You're watching Vail Daily Live. We have so much more to share with you. I'm looking forward to seeing and hearing more from Charlie, but we're going to take a break first. We'll be right back.
Nap Harvest is your marketplace for locally sourced products like seasonal organic produce, meats, cheeses, eggs, milk, freshly delivered breads, flowers, and gifts. Thanksgiving is here, so let Nap Harvest provide you with harvest decor, ingredients, meal planning and prep, and special touches for your holiday feast. Nap Harvest, your indoor farmers market, open 7 days a week in Eagle Ranch.
Bright Future Foundation empowers families and individuals affected by domestic violence and sexual assault through prevention, crisis intervention, advocacy, and long-term healing services. Join us in making futures bright for survivors in our community.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Liv Sotheby's International Realty, Colorado's leading real estate firm. Contact their Vail Valley brokerage professionals today to help you live the life you love. You are watching Vail Daily Live, and we're checking out the chat box this morning, and more content, more conversations are coming in, and we thank you very much for doing so. And if you're tuning in right now and you're like, wait, we can talk to you right now? You can. You can chat with us on YouTube if that's where you're watching, or on Facebook if that's where you're watching, and we look forward to getting your feedback. And the most recent one that came in, someone commented on Charlie's ice skating, and I have to get used to reading these too. There it is. Impressive, Charlie. VDL hosts are so talented. That's coming from Ride Divide. Thank you very much for chatting in with us like that, and we look forward to your comments too. What were you saying there, Emma?
Let's do the weather.
So here's a look at the weather once again. And so open snow, that's where we're going to kind of pull our content from, and it's letting us know that we're going to be experiencing showers off and on today. And there's your temperature in Fields right now for today at Vail. But as you can see, low-lying clouds. And with this live camera, and if you're sticking with the show this morning, the sky conditions continue to change. The clouds are moving. And here's what we're seeing right there. Wet driving conditions on the roads, some snow collection on the median end of the shoulders, as you can see there. And Vail reported 1 inch of new snow the past 24 hours. You could potentially find more because that report comes in at about 5:30 from Ski Patrol in the morning. More can certainly be found up top. We won't know those numbers yet, but the bragging rights, that belongs to you for what you discover out there this morning when you hit the slopes and for the day before someone else gets after it. And so log on to the website at Vail to find out what terrain also is available for you today. One of the many things we're going to cover on the show this morning, and we're looking forward to going over this with you, and that's knowing the code, the Skier Snowboarder Responsibility Code. But before we get to that, if you are just tuning into the show right now and you haven't heard this yet, the conversation, the buzz is out there now about this, and this is breaking news. Beaver Creek and Vail Resorts announced a pushback, a delay from their opening day, which was originally scheduled for the 24th of this month, just before Thanksgiving. But we've been having an unseasonably warm start to our winter this year. So the challenge of making snow to create the runs all the way to the base of the mountain has been, of course, the challenge. And so with this snow this morning and these temperatures, hopefully we'll get there. But where we are now is they're going to push the dates back. They haven't slated or stated when that's going to happen. But we have plenty of options to choose from as far as your Epic Pass and hitting the slopes, which under the Vail Resorts umbrella, and again, I keep calling it that. And we're talking Vail is open. Keystone, who opened first, is open, as well as Breckenridge. So still get after it. Don't postpone your vacation or your trip. Let's just explore and take the most advantage of our ski pass and our Epic Pass while we're out there, while we're here. So now our next move, Emma, what would you like to do?
Well, we should still tell them what's happening at Beaver Creek.
Thank you. So events at Beaver Creek are continuing, though. That's to keep in mind. So here we are, and take a look at this listing here. Though they're delaying the mountain open, you could still enjoy the world's best chocolate chip cookie competition. That's happening on Wednesday still, which is the original date for opening day at Beaver Creek. And years ago, I remember being at the competition and doing the tasting. This young girl a few years ago, of the recipes that she submitted for this competition, and maybe Trisha remembers this because we tasted it. She made her chocolate chip cookies with Kahlua. Yeah, did you know this, Emma?
No.
And I believe she's the one that won the competition, and I would have to say that was in 2015. Now I'm scratching my head on that one. Other events that are still continuing on there. Next week at Beaver Creek, 2 p.m., the holiday tree lighting continues on Friday, the 26th at Beaver Creek. And so log on to beavercreek.com's website, check out the events that are available for you. You can still enjoy ice skating and do shopping on the plaza and just enjoying the holidays with your family while you are here. And here's the website that you can find that detail on. But noticing right there, Wednesday the 24th of November, that opening day is delayed. So spread the word, but we still look forward to enjoying and experiencing things with you. Speaking of an experience and Beaver Creek, how about something new? Some of us, most of us, especially a lot of us who've been on the mountain all of last winter, have seen the signs. We've been following along on Vail Daily Live about the construction and the new installations of terrain availability on Beaver Creek Mountain. Am I dragging this out? I'm trying to build a suspense. A new terrain on Beaver Creek Mountain. It's the McCoy Park Open. And if you're learning about this for the first time, let's take a look at what's new at Beaver Creek this season.
First, I'd like to express my gratitude to our teams. There are literally decades of experience standing next to me here and throughout McCoy Park right now. So McCoy Park is the newest of our designated learning terrain for Beaver Creek.
It's been a long time in the making, McCoy Park. It's been part of our master development plan for probably around 30 years for Beaver Creek. And formerly it's been Nordic and snowshoe trails out here, which we're still going to have, but it's going to add 17 new trails, 250 acres of groomable glade skiing. It's going to be very unique, and we're looking forward to it.
It means that our beginner and intermediate skiers and riders can have an experience that's like none other. So they start in Hay Meadow Park, which is the base area smart terrain, head up to Red Buffalo Park, which is mountaintop vistas, and then they can progress and come out here to McCoy Park and be able to ski in a tranquil bowl experience. This is unique to Beaver Creek. This is unique to the ski industry.
I think this project's going to go super smooth. They just got to get their survey points in, and they'll start digging with that excavator over there for the top terminal. Put some concrete in the ground, dig tower holes, fly with the helicopter, the concrete into those.
The hardest part is the compressed schedule because of a wildlife closure that we needed to respect. So it's compressed a year project into 4.5 months.
We appreciate the support and partnership with the U.S. Forest Service, and that's really what it is. We work with them hand in hand to make sure that we are respectful of the natural beauty and the natural environment that's out here, while providing welcoming access for our guests to the great outdoors.
With our Red Buffalo Park development from 2 years ago, we saw how popular that was with the guests and that intermediate and beginner skier. And what's unique about McCoy Park is it's kind of a bowl. There's not a lot of cross-traffic. We don't have mixed ability levels. Like, you're not going to see experts out here with beginners and intermediates, as you would maybe in Red Buffalo Park, where those people are going to Ripsaw and Spider. Instead of having those traditional cut runs, it'll be groomable glades. So you'll be able to go in and out of the pockets of trees.
There's a lot of rolling, undulating terrain, just kind of a whole different exploratory experience.
So McCoy Park will provide a unique experience for our new families and young kids who are seeking a mountain adventure and be in this tranquil bowl setting and challenge themselves, connect with nature, and connect with each other.
Treat your dog to delicious, nutritious dog food. Specialty items and high-quality gear for dogs who love to get outside and play. Do-it-yourself dog washing and grooming services now available. Mountain Canine, the dog-friendliest shop in the Vail Valley.
A good night's sleep can be harder to achieve at altitude. Altitude Control Technology's whole room oxygenation system scientifically stimulates a lower altitude, no matter how high your mountain home may be. Increased oxygen levels eliminate poor sleep and fatigue and promote more energy, better mood, clarity of mind, and recovery from exercise. Contact Altitude Control Technology for a free consultation and start sleeping better after one night.
See and be seen with the Eyepieces of Vail. View our curated collection of the best eyewear from around the world. Find your favorite brands and be introduced to new lines of eyeglasses, sunglasses, and goggles. See in style with prescription services done in-house at Eyepieces of Vail. Schedule time with one of our optometrists or get a comprehensive digital eye exam. Our on-site laboratory allows you to get your prescription done quickly so you can get back out there. Eyepieces of Vail, the art of vision.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Carrots Jewelers, creating heirlooms for over 50 years. Ty Diaz here, giving you another look at the weather for today, Saturday, November 20th. And while we're doing this, feel free to just buy that Epic Pass. The countdown is happening. The prices are going to become raised. But here's what you want to know. 1 inch of new snow reported the past 24 hours at Vail Mountain. And as you can see, looking at Vail, low clouds in the valley this time. Warm temperatures valley-wide these last few weeks, where anything below 10,000 feet as far as snowmaking is concerned has been a challenge. For that to happen. And so at Vail Mountain, as I try to elaborate on this, when you're making your way to the terrain on Vail Mountain to hit the slopes, you're looking above 10,000 feet for that. But now we're seeing that snow made its way to the ground, to the valley floor, and those clouds are with us today. And for today, high temperatures in the mid to upper 30s, low 40s, keeping those clouds around, as well as chances for showers as well today. So if you're making your way out there on the slopes, it's important for you to know something. And we'll talk about this all season long, and it's to know the code. It's a skier and snowboarder responsibility code that keeps us all safe out on the slopes. If you're booking a lesson, this is a topic that comes up in your ski and snowboard lessons on the slopes. And if you're making your way out onto the slopes, you can find this information. If you open up any ski resort app, you'll find, or information, you'll find the Know the Code detail there. Throughout the season, we're probably going to quiz you on this, a little bit of trivia. But to give you a little cheat sheet this morning, let's take a look at knowing the code and go through this together. And Emma, if you know this yourself, feel free to shout them across the room so that everyone knows, and let's everyone else at home be reminded to know the code. Number 1 in the Know the Code, stay in control. That means, wonky skiing and boarding out there and being a little reckless. We have to be aware of people around us when we're on the mountain, so let's kind of stay in control and share the mountain. Others are out there too. It's not just me. It's not just you. Number 2, people ahead of you have the right of way. So it's similar to being in your car on a motorcycle and you're on the roads, just knowing who has the right of way when it's time for making turns, keeping your head on the swivel, and just making decisions together, just being observant and anticipating. Stop in a safe place for you and others. So I know sometimes when we're, as a group, when we're on the mountain, even by ourselves, we might just choose to stop someplace, but it might not always be the best place to be seen. And so kind of consider that when you're out in the slopes, stopping in a safe place. And usually it's the safest place, not in the middle of the run, but on the shoulders are the best place to stop and as a safe place. But of course, be seen. Another code number, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Number 4, when starting downhill or merging, look uphill and yield. And this kind of goes back to, again, just sharing the mountain with one another. And number 5 right there, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's 7 of them. Number 5, use devices to help prevent runaway equipment. My years of being a snowboard instructor with Vail Resorts, Vail and Beaver Creek, I always kept a leash on my snowboard that tethered to my boot or my ankle so that when I'm not wearing my equipment, my snowboard, if it were flat on the ground or if I'm stepping in and out of it on a hill, that it won't take off without me. And then there we go with runaway equipment. So that's something to keep in mind. It might seem funny, but it's also a hazard, a concern. Emma, no worries. Number 6, observe signs and warnings and keep off closed terrain. And especially this time of year, this time of the season where we have the limited terrain on the mountain where everything is designated and roped off for us to be on significant runs, particular runs for this point in the season. It's too early in the season to make into the trees. Don't cut the ropes. Don't lose your privilege to be on the slopes this season. The hazards are out there, and those signs are out there for all of our protection. And number 5, know how to use lifts safely, and that's the chairlift where you have your equipment on and you're making your way into the maze, up to the chairlift, reading the signs at the chairlift, knowing where to stop, where to start, paying attention to the lift operators, letting you know when it's safe to move forward and to approach the chairlift, knowing how to get on and off the chairlift safely. That's important, and that's a little bit about know the code. We can make a conversation about this, and some of us may have our own take or interpretation on the elaboration of what it means, but that's the beginning of this conversation for this season, and we look forward to sharing this with you. Hey,
forever. Oh, I'm not sure what just happened. I'm not sure if
Great job with all the ideas, and then Nap Harvest. Nap Ranch does such a
limited supply of paper maps and know the code information out there for you. But if you're looking for a trail map for the season and you want that know the code information, you can ask for it at the ticket window. I believe it's going to be available by request, but in limited.